Good evening, everyone. This is the Doctor. I hope you're having a great day today. It's about 5 p.m. here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's been a little bit windy. I got a little bit of a tickle in my throat, but other than that, we're having a pretty good day today. Now, what we're going to be talking about is the new free-to-play unit that's coming to War of the Visions. It's going to be coming with its own event, and it's going to be an Etoa event. It's technically going to be called Part 2 of the Prince event, but it should be coming this week. It should be coming any day now. And you do actually get Etoa from the event. You get the capacity to limit break her to her max, as long, kind of like with the Etoa, where you kind of get her and you're able to max out that limit break. So we're going to go ahead and go over what her stats are, why she's a really good unit, and why you're going to want to stick with her for a little bit, especially if you don't have Ziza or another comparable monk unit. So just taking a look at her classes here, she does have monk, cleric, knight, and the cleric is kind of the oddball in the bunch. I would say the cleric is not too crazy. I am more going to be focusing on the monk and the knight aspect of it, because the monk and the knight are the two things that are going to be doing it for us in this update. She does have a move of 3 and a jump of 2, but what you're going to see is with her master ability, she gets move +1, jump +1, and evasion +10. She's one of the few units in the game that are going to get jump +3. She's going to be able to jump right up as high as she needs to and get in there. So she is a low mobility, I would say, but highly versatile unit, considering the different types of maps that we do have in the game. So for her Trust Master is going to be the Martial Arts badge, and this is going to be a free Trust Master that you're going to be able to get because you're going to be able to limit break her, and then you're going to be able to just max awaken her. She is Earth Element, so if you haven't already max awakened your Mont, make sure you finish your Mont off, and then you can focus on your Etoa. She gets HP +260, and then the important part on that is that she gets agility +3 and critical +5. And we all know that that plus agility in that TMR position is just incredible. So anything that has plus agility, definitely worth the grab. Something you can put on your mages to help outcompete the other PvP or even some of the PvE content that you're going to be facing. Guild battles is coming up, and agility is going to be more relevant than ever. So I would definitely put this on that list of need to grab in the near future, especially if you're a free-to-play unit. Now, with her event comes this Cat Claw weapon, and this Cat Claw is a SSR or MR fist weapon, and it has the additional effect here. It says bomb attack up. This is actually going to be fist attack, right? So if you +1 or +2 any weapon that's a hand-to-hand weapon, it's going to be fist attack plus. I believe that's what it's referring to right there. It's going to have HP 41, attack 58, magic power 10. What's nice here, though, is the evasion and the agility. Again, this plus agility, critical for monks. Gonna be amazing to see what her agility build can really bring out for her. So I would definitely recommend getting this weapon. If you can, I'm not sure if they're gonna be dropping the fist books, but if they do drop the fist books, definitely a grab. There's also gonna be a spear weapon in this event that you can grab along with spear books. So if you have any spear users out there, this event is gonna be one that you're gonna wanna farm in the coming week, especially if you didn't find any use for the great sword books or the axe books or the gun books in the last couple of weeks' updates. Her base HP is 1600, so not too bad. TP of 110, AP 104. Her attack is 158, which is actually a little bit lower than most of the other monks. Something to keep in mind with her. Her agility is 52, which is on par with most of the high-tier monks or high-tier mobility units. Her dexterity is 124. It's a good crit rate, good luck rate. Now, I couldn't find any information on Ultima about her bonus stats that would be on here, right? So usually we have a bonus stats slide that talks about what her job ability bonus stats are going to be. So unfortunately we don't have that yet. We might make an addendum video when we talk about the new update coming out. I might just toss that in there once I actually get her and can show you guys what her bonus stats are going to be. let's go ahead and hop in to her monk ability now. My husband's been teaching me some Photoshop, y'all. You can see I'm very proud I Photoshopped that monk there on the left side. Got that little aura glowing. If you've noticed our thumbnails are a bit better, it's because he's taken over the work. Now, the translation here does come from Altima, so we're going to do our best here to read it and make sure you all understand the different moves that are going on here. So you got Collect, which is the monk ability, kind of the self-buff. You have Continuous Fist, it's called a JP, that's going to be Pummel. And Pummel is a great elemental chaining ability that you are going to be using. You have Strike Fist, and you have another move. All the moves are going to be up close. Ground Slash, important ranged attack for Monk. But again, it's only in a line, and you can always use Float to dodge it. And again, I actually think you're probably going to be using her Knight abilities more than her Monk abilities. But these are just kind of her basic techniques. She also has Wave Motion for some far-reaching damage. She has Chakra, which self-healing, we kind of know the routine with Chakra. It's not ever really going to be used. Now, from her Monk, she does get HP up, which I could see her being using. And she also gets a Secret Blow, which is going to be Fist Attack up, which of course you'll be putting on her immediately no matter what. And for her counter, she does get Fist Counter. Now, while I got you guys here, I do want to make sure to mention around the counter abilities. I did find that if you level up counter abilities, they do give stats onto your characters. So something to know if you are pursuing this and if you are pursuing Etoa at all, that if you level up her counter abilities, it does actually give stats. And there's no information currently out there on what the stats are that they give. I would recommend, though, pursuing it and going through with it. Now, her cleric abilities, again, you're never going to really use this. She does get a Spirit Up passive, which is going to be really useful. Spirit Up, survive those Medinas, especially if you're acting fast in auto battle. You are going to want to set Spirit Up, maximize it, and then just have her charge into the Medinas. With a solid build of Spirit and Evasion, you can either dodge Medina's Limit Burst, or you can mitigate the damage with that Spirit Up so that you're able to jump in there and one-shot her once you move in close enough. Now, her resistances, she does have not any huge weaknesses. 10% weakness to magic, so again, some Medina weakness there. 5% to piercing, and her only resistance is 5% to blunt. She does have 5% weakness to slashing as well. Wind weakness and lightning. Oh, sorry, nope. I believe that's a lightning weakness and a wind resistance buff. So I believe she is an earth unit as well. Now, her Knight abilities are where it's going to be really good for you. You're going to have all of the break techniques. Now, if you're not familiar with the break techniques, there are 3 strike abilities, right? So when you attack forward in the forward panel, it not only hits the forward panel, it hits the left and the right panel too. So you're going to have Magic Break, Power Break, Arm Break. Arm Break is a single, northwest, east, south. TP Break is a 2-range TP attack, break attack. You have Speed Break, which is similar to Power Break and Magic Break, which is going to be the panel in front and 2 panels on the side. You get HP up, and then you get Sword Guard. Now, you may be using some of her Monk techniques to reach a far opponent, but I'm going to tell you why I think you're going to be using her Knight techniques more. When you're in PvP and you have a fast agility unit like a Monk, what you're going to be doing more often is figuring out how to calculate your turn by moving, not taking an action so that you conserve TP to outturn your opponent so that you can move and strike again within range. So you will probably not be using those long-range Monk techniques because 1, they're not the full strongest techniques she has in her arsenal, and 2, she might be able to, if you don't take an action when you move her within range, she may be able to act again and move and kill your opponent before you actually are able to do that. So if you had moved and taken an action with one of your Monk abilities, for example, let's say it's a low damage Monk ability that's ranged, that's an additional 20 CT she's not going to have. It's not going to kill the opponent. By using that 20 CT ability, because you've already moved, so you've used 80 CT, by using that 20 CT ability, that 20 CT could mean that your opponent could take a move before you can move again. So you're going to hit wait, and then you're going to move again and attack the opponent. So if you haven't seen my video on how CT count works, you're definitely going to want to check it out. If you don't have a knowledge of CT or how the different agility values tier right now, then you probably should stay away from this free-to-play unit because you need to understand how agility works in order to maximize this unit's efficiency. So she has great agility overall. She has really good evasion. She has an easy elemental chain ability with Pummel, right? So you could take her and Mont into a mission. You could pummel one of your allies and then stone throw your ally for a chain 2. And just like that, it's going to be done, right? Because if she's Earth Element and she pummels, that's going to be a 2-strike chain 1 elemental chain, and then we can just stone throw on top of that to get a chain 2. Her awakening materials are all from the event, so that's great. Her limit break crystals are from the event as well. Very easy to do, just farm those up. It's going to be overall an easy farm, an easy TMR. It's going to be, if you choose to build her, an easy choice. I would only build her if you are in need of a striker MR character. Most of the times right now, I think all of you guys are going to have a MR character who is already built or in the process of being built, and those Azure Spheres are going to be valuable awakening materials for you, and you're not going to want to spend them on her. That is completely understandable. But if you're someone who doesn't have a strong melee character, let's say you pulled Ayaka and Engelbert, and you've been leveling your Ayaka and your Engelbert, and you don't have a strong MR character, besides maybe, I don't know who a strong medium tier MR character would be, like Lilith or something like that, then yeah, maybe you should focus her, or maybe you want that easy chaining ability. She's definitely someone I would just level, keep in the back pocket. She's gonna eventually, at some point, hopefully make it onto your team if you're a fan of the agility builds or the monk builds. Alright, you guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you all are having a wonderful rest of your evening. We will be streaming War of the Visions tonight from 8 p.m. Pacific to 12 a.m. Pacific. Please stop by the stream, say hi, drop by, throw a follow. It's meant so much to me that you guys are all doing all of the commenting and hanging out in my Discord and chilling. For those of you who also were in the comments on my last guild battle video talking about needing to find a guild and wanting to join mine, my guild unfortunately is full right now. However, I did open up a guild tab on my Discord if you guys want to hop in there and just ask for recruitment. Or there's also people in the comments right now that if you guys just want to throw your ID in there and just say like, hey dude, I really need a guild, they will add you in and they will take care of you. And I have confidence if they're watching these videos, if they've watched my guild videos, they know how to manage their guild and they're going to take good care of you. So you guys have a good rest of your night, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and maybe I'll see some of you on stream tonight.